Okay, not great news about this guy. He stands at D. Plus. This guy flashes some red flags that you really need to watch out for. Welcome to the Strong Brew, where you get answers to questions you're not supposed to ask. These are some things you may want to know about the man in your life. If you do really well in your career, will he become insecure? Will he try and use money to control you? Will he share housework or just make you do it all? In fights, when he gets angry, does he get aggressive? During intimacy, does he understand that no means no? Is he jealous, suspicious, or possessive? Will his attitude towards you change after having kids? Will he treat your parents with respect? What if you have conflicts with his parents? We tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. These are things nobody else will tell you. Things that are important for your future. This is a safe space for truth. No judgment, no platitudes, no login, no payment either. Our questions are from real life, but our answers come from science. Now, I built this thing, me and my husband, and honestly, we built it and we live it. We are both Stanford grads, we both have worked at Google, and we've been happily together since 1998. Along the way, we've added a son, now 13, and 4 dogs. We are genuine folks. If you're a woman trying to understand any man in your life, here is how it works. Go to www.thestrongbrew.life. Click on the Understand a Guy button there. Answer 10 questions about him. Watch a video tailored to your guy. That's all there is to it. It is completely anonymous, no login, no payment, no games, no manipulation. This analysis is obtained by combining solid trait psychology with cutting edge AI ML. We represent each person's personality with what is known as a feature vector. This has 10 elements, so our data is effectively 10-dimensional data. In case you're wondering how we can infer so much from just 10 questions, well, 10-dimensional data is very complex. There is a lot you can learn from that level of detail.
Okay, I think that does it for the preamble. Now let's plunge in. Let's start with this guy in his career. Will he go far or just talk big?
He has the energy and push to climb quickly, especially in jobs where following rules and getting things done matters more than new ideas or teamwork. You'll see him working late and always taking charge, but his rough style and lack of care for others can create enemies. He's likely to get noticed for his hard work at first, but his temper and harsh words may come back to bite him.
Can he bounce back from failure?
When things go wrong at work, he's likely to react with anger or blame others rather than calmly looking for solutions. Instead of learning from mistakes, he might shout, make harsh comments, or suddenly withdraw and stop talking to people. He doesn't handle stress quietly, he's more likely to bring drama and chaos.
What do people at work think of him? Do they like him?
Most people around him will find him hard to get along with, even if they respect his hard work and drive. His habit of speaking without caring for people's feelings and his quick temper means he often clashes with colleagues or even bosses. People may respect his ability to get things done, but deep down, few truly like or trust him.
If you do really well in your career, will he become insecure?
If you do well in your career, he's more likely to feel threatened than proud. Instead of cheering you on, he might make snide remarks or try to pull you down, especially if he senses that your success overshadows his own. You may notice him becoming colder, more distant, or picking fights over small things.
What if you start earning more than him?
Yes, if you earn more than him, he's very likely to feel upset and resentful, even if he doesn't say it out loud. He may try to hide it at first, but you'll likely notice small digs, sarcasm, or sudden mood swings if the topic comes up. Instead of being happy for you, he might act distant or start arguments over unrelated things.
Next, let's talk about how he is with money. Does he overspend? Is he reckless with money?
He's actually quite strict with money and pays close attention to how it's spent. You won't find him making impulse purchases or wasting cash on things that aren't necessary. If you try to buy something extra without talking to him, he might get upset or argue about it.
Does he show off and pretend to be richer than he is?
He lives firmly within his means and doesn't try to show off or keep up appearances just to impress others. You won't see him buying flashy things or spending money to look wealthier than he really is. Instead, he prefers a simple, predictable lifestyle where every expense is planned out.
Is he too generous, too stingy, or just right?
He is quite tight with both money and mindset. He prefers to spend only on what he feels is absolutely necessary, and he expects others to follow the same path. He doesn't easily give or share, whether it's money, time, or emotional support.
Will he use money to try and control you?
He's not really secretive, but he can be very controlling when it comes to money. He wants to know exactly where every rupee goes and might insist on making all the financial decisions himself. He will expect you to check with him before spending and may get upset if you don't follow his rules.
Let's see how this guy is with sharing housework. Will he share housework or just make you do it?
He is likely to believe housework is mostly your job and may not step in to help unless absolutely necessary. You may find him expecting you to handle cooking, cleaning, and daily chores without much appreciation or support. If you ask for help, he could get irritated or insist that these tasks belong to you.
Will he help you or just boss you around and tell you what to do?
He will mostly be the supervisor, not the doer. If you're looking for someone who will roll up his sleeves and change diapers or help with chores, you'll likely be disappointed. You might feel alone doing the hard work while he watches or criticizes rather than truly supporting you.
Now let's see about how this guy is during fights. In fights, does he try to understand your views or just win the fight?
Most of the time, he argues just to prove he's right instead of truly listening to your side. Even when you explain your feelings or share your point of view, he usually cuts you off or insists that his way is the only way. He doesn't pause to see how you might feel or what you need.
Does he become aggressive when angry?
When he's angry, he's likely to cross the line and say things that are hurtful or harsh. He may shout, insult, or use strong words that can leave you feeling small or scared. Sometimes his anger might even show in his actions, like slamming doors or throwing things.
Does he have a bad temper?
Yes, this is a man who gets angry very quickly, sometimes over small or silly reasons. His temper can feel scary or exhausting, especially if you're always trying to keep him calm or avoid arguments. It's important not to ignore this red flag.
Will he say sorry and accept his mistakes?
It's very hard for him to say sorry or take responsibility when he's wrong. Most often, he'll blame you or find faults in what you did rather than looking at his own mistakes. Real apologies and honest ownership of faults are rare with him.
Next, let's talk about intimacy and physical chemistry. During intimacy, does he respect your boundaries? Does he get that no means no?
He's unlikely to fully respect your boundaries and may ignore or push past your no. If you say you're uncomfortable or want him to stop, he may argue, pressure you, or act upset instead of respecting your wishes. He wants things his way and may struggle to see why your feelings or limits matter. This can make you feel nervous or unsafe, especially if you're worried about saying no.
If you are not in the mood for intimacy, will he react badly?
Yes, he's the kind of man who takes it personally if you're not in the mood for intimacy. Instead of understanding that everyone has different feelings and times, he might get upset, sulk, or even accuse you of not loving him. This can leave you feeling pressured or afraid to speak honestly about your needs.
Can you trust him not to shame you or share your private moments, maybe love letters, photos, or videos, even after a breakup or a bad fight?
With him, you need to be careful because he may not always keep private moments safe and respected. If there's ever a fight or he feels upset, he might bring up personal things you shared, use your secrets against you, or embarrass you in front of others. This can make you feel exposed or worried about opening up to him again.
Is he loyal or is he likely to want to have affairs?
He's not very loyal and may be easily distracted by other women, especially if he feels bored or wants attention. His need to feel important means he could flirt or seek excitement outside the relationship, even if it hurts you. He might hide messages, make excuses, or blame you if you bring up your concerns.
Will he be jealous, suspicious, and try to control you?
Yes, he is likely to be very possessive, showing jealousy, trying to control what you do, and often acting suspicious without any real reason. He may question who you talk to, get upset if you spend time with friends, or even try to limit your freedom. This kind of jealousy isn't a sign of love, it's a warning that he struggles with trust and wants to keep control.
This guy says he is protective in a good way. Is he actually just being possessive?
Yes, with him, what he calls being protective is really just being controlling. He may say he wants to keep you safe, but this often turns into strict rules about where you go, who you talk to, how you dress, and what you do. Always remember, protecting someone means supporting them, not controlling their every move.
Now, onto the topic of kids and how this guy will be as a father. If you guys have kids, will he make you do most of the work?
He will expect you to do most of the work when it comes to parenting. While he may set rules or make decisions, the daily jobs, feeding, helping with homework, comforting the kids, will likely be left to you. If you want a real teammate in raising children, this may leave you feeling lonely and overworked.
Kids are very messy. Will he lose his temper with them?
When the kids mess up or get upset, he is much more likely to lose his temper than stay calm. Small mistakes can set him off quickly, and he might yell or say things that hurt their feelings. This can make kids anxious and afraid to talk about their problems or admit when they're struggling.
If you guys have kids, will he still support your career?
He is unlikely to truly support your role as both a mother and your own person. He may expect you to put the family and his needs first, leaving little room for your own dreams, hobbies, or friendships. You deserve respect and space for your own life, not to be boxed in by someone else's rules.
Will this man say one thing early on, maybe while dating, and then later after kids and marriage change his tune and try to make you give up your career?
Yes, he's exactly the kind of man who might seem to support your career at first, but later ask or even pressure you to quit once a child arrives. He may say nice things now, but deep down, he likes things to be his way and expects you to fit a certain role. It's wise to look out for this pattern and make your plans clear from the start.
Next, let's see how this guy treats your parents. Will he be respectful with your parents?
He's likely to only act polite on the surface with your parents, not show real warmth or genuine care. While he may do what's expected, greet them, offer a seat, or say the right words, his heart isn't truly in it. He may keep conversations brief and avoid spending extra time or going out of his way to help them. He will most likely expect your family to change for him, not the other way around.
What if your family creates stress or interferes a bit in your lives?
If your family creates stress or interferes, he's more likely to make things worse than handle it calmly. He may lose his temper, say things that hurt or embarrass you and your family, or demand you take his side no matter what. You might feel caught in the middle with pressure from both sides and little support from him.
Then let's analyze the role this guy's family will play in your life. Is this man modern with you but a completely different person when other people, say his parents or bosses, are around?
Yes, he's the type who may appear modern and open minded when it's just the two of you, but expects you to act like a traditional, supportive wife in front of his relatives. At home, he might say you have freedom, but once his family is involved, he will expect you to dress modestly, follow their rules, and do all the expected rituals and chores. This can leave you feeling confused and pulled in different directions, always trying to please others instead of living happily and honestly.
If there is tension between you and his parents, will he support you?
If there's tension, he's more likely to stay out of it or even side with his family instead of truly supporting you. He doesn't want to challenge their wishes or create conflict on their side, so you may find yourself standing alone when there are disagreements or problems. This can leave you feeling unprotected and unheard, having to fight your own battles in a place where you should feel safe and respected.
Say you have a conflict with his mother. What will this guy do?
He is the type who can act like a mummy's boy, often putting his mother's wishes and opinions above yours. If there is ever a conflict between you and his mother, he is very unlikely to stand by you or take your side openly. Instead, he might ask you to adjust, blame you for misunderstandings, or expect you to keep the peace for the family's sake.
Will he share all the private details of your relationship with his mother or sister?
Yes, he is likely to share details of your fights or private life with his mother or sister. Instead of handling issues just between the two of you, he may turn to them for advice or support, telling them things you might wish were kept between husband and wife. A healthy partnership needs respect for private boundaries, which will be a real challenge with him.
Now let's zoom out and put it all together.
So, overall, this guy stands at D. Plus. Some of these red flags can really become a big deal. You've got to be very careful here. Being in a relationship with this man can feel exhausting and lonely, even if it looks stable on the outside. Every day, you might feel like you're walking on eggshells, always worried about upsetting him or not meeting his strict standards.